10-4 since. Oh, what a dish! Johannes to Howard!
Marine Johannes, what do you see? Something that nobody else does.
Who used to study tape of YouTube of Tony's 9-0 New York Liberty run started with this forever pass from Marine Johannes, and now making spectacular playoff passes here in the WNBA.
On Friday, she adds quite a rebounding,
high-arcing three, Marine Johannes. Slows it up on this possession. Johannes again, high-arcing. 2 threes in 2 possessions.
knocking it down off the dribble handoff. How about that for a beautiful play from
awareness and alertness. 1 second on the shot clock. Johannes has to put it up. She has the ability to. Piece of that shot by Hines Allen. Johannes says she floats that up and in. Whitcomb trying to turn the corner, kicks it. Johannes gets that to fall. 8-0 run for the Liberty, and Cloud turns it over. Up the floor, Johannes lays it up.
The foul doesn't get it. Chase for the basketball, and Mick is there.
Where hustling down and putting it back in.
Ionescu directing traffic. Nice pass inside from Johannes.
Howard just really moving constantly.
Sabrina on the slip, meets the defense, kicks it to Johannes. Oh, and Johannes just buries the triple. Ionescu recognizing the shot clock, kicks it into Johannes. Touch pass to Dolson. Oh, this Johannes.
2-2, a little more than 3 minutes gone by. Johannes knocks down the tray. So Atlanta picked up a lot of fouls in the first quarter. It's a nice give-and-go play right there.
Great job just whipping that pass in. How about the chemistry between those two?
Ionescu driving, blocked by Parker. 3 seconds. Johannes for 3. Yes!
When she was aggressive and when the Liberty were able to get some.
Han Shu. Johannes fading out of bounds. She practiced that very thing in her warm-ups. Behind the back pass, and New York's in its movement. Does she get it again?
To stay in the ball game.
Both of those players in double figures. Han Shu.
You see how two players are kind of going at her. Billings is drawn down low because Howard is another threat.
This matchup works for her. Johannes ties a career high 5 threes.
Put in some Dolson here with a dribble handoff again. Dolson's been involved in just about everything. Tends to be open because she rolls off of those appropriately.
Off one leg! Give it to me! In the zone!
Marie Johannes is doing everything she can to make sure the Liberty make the.
There's Johannes, and folks, that one on the left baseline. Carolyn, her first points the ball game. That would have been a good one to maybe get her going. She's been pretty quiet, 0 for 3 for Hamby. And no hesitation, Johannes play by the Liberty. Natasha Howard was just straight up. A high screen from Dolson. Liberty looked to push. Howard with the last bucket. She's got 9 points, and now a 3-point dagger by Johannes. End up giving it to Jackie Young. They make the change to it, actually. So they give it to Young instead, and that's her third. 12-3 New York Liberty run to get back in this ball game. Oh, and what
From the three-point line.
Oh, give and go, the high pick and roll. It was Shu and
Marie Johannes just recognized the Shu on the give and go, and the alley-oop, perfect time. Yeah. Hansu has been a problem for the Aces inside.
Wilson, yeah, she's just so incredibly hard to stop, even though Howard is on cue.
Well, that's what makes this Aces team so hard to guard as Marine. Johannes, one-stop pop.
That's what we need to see when using space out there. It's a fun brand of basketball.
Johannes gets going. This is what Sandy Brondello wants, ball movement by her club.
Your pass out to Stephanie Dolson. See, Johannes had that shot. You saw how open she was, and she's a great shooter, but hey, let me make the extra 19.9 points per game. She has 7 so far.
Johannes from the outside, quick release. Then, so it automatically goes to after a foul. Johannes behind the line. Johannes sets her feet. But net from Johannes.
And she fades naturally on her shot. So here, that is just a beautiful shot. The bench loves it.
Marine was in double figures last night. But she do back-to-back threes, then it goes.
Just hit a 3, coming to that same spot. So the awareness to give a shot fake first and set up her second.
So Liberty get a score, now force a LA turnover. Johannes seems to
sticking with her post up and staying ready, and then the tempo and the
Johannes feeds on shoot for 2. New York into its set, crafty pass by Johannes.
Formed into a trustworthy reserve role as Johannes finishes the run.
Seeing such a high level of pushing the tempo, the way they're sharing the basketball, getting stops, allowing.
Minute 45 to play. Ionescu, Johannes stepping to the side and hitting the 3.
Liberty trying to run the high-low. They're very good at that. They don't get it to work, but Johannes knocking down that 3, which that's where most of her shots are going to.
Johannes gets the 3
what a
to
shot.
go. So she's got 6 quick.
Rolling to the rim, nothing there. Short shot clock for New York. Johannes on the outside, drains it. Bucket the last time down, Johannes.
Yeah, I mean, just really good hesitation on that. Their poise, she is their vet. The player that makes plays when they need them. And
at the top of the key. Sends it off to Johannes. 1:15 left in this third quarter. It's been all Atlanta. Johannes, how about that?
She deserves to being a good rebounding guard. Marine Johannes burying the 3. Allen finally does. The step back 3. Buried with a walk career at 6'4".
Range. Here she is, knocking it down. Wings are up, 33-27.
I think Vicki Johnson's going to start bringing her starters back in. Tierra McCowan up off the bench. Johannes again. That's going to be a timeout. Johannes out of France. Beautiful pass, Johannes inside.
Whether it's an in and out to a no-look, she is dropping down.
Up from 15, can't get it. Up ahead, Johannes, wide open, left-handed layup. Defenses really mix things up a lot. Johannes gets away with a push and buries it.
Couple of first quarter injuries.
Yeah, she has a real opportunity, as you said, with those injuries.
Johannes kick out, Onyenwede buries a 3. 26 points per game over her last 4. 18-point first half for Kelsey Mitchell after she missed her first 4 shots. Mitchell is 3 for her last 4, and Kubai knocks that one down as they've been shell-shocked by this Liberty offense in the third quarter. Howard with 20 points on the night. Here is Johannes.
And she's been a difference maker for New York since she's come off the bench.
Johannes off balance. That's a tough look. Johannes pull up 3. She gets it to go. Marine Johannes, who came over to New York just days ago. It'll be a 20-point performance for Ionescu tonight, but she has managed this group very well. And Marine Johannes coming over from France, making quite the debut in 22.
Still getting the foul that possession.
And there is the with only one starter on the floor right now to begin the second. Mabry for Dallas, Dangerfield for New York. That is a Johannes for 3. Nothing but the bottom of the net. Johannes has 7 in the quarter, and give her 2 more. 9 in the quarter. Vicki Johnson has seen enough. Really the first game in a long time they've had the entire team. Johannes on the drive. That's pretty.
Both.
Johannes with 13 in the ball game. Quick flick of the wrist. Buries another. of their last 9 possessions prior to that.
Well, how that didn't go in, we don't know.
Johannes will fire and hit from 3. Johannes, nice find. Dolson, the pirouette, keeps it alive. Johannes buries the 3, her second of the quarter. It's left. Johannes off one leg, knocks it down.
Balls are a different one each time.
Very impressive. Johannes, baseline jumper is good.
She said we didn't know if that would have been Sue's last season, so difficult decision to recovering on a back screen and gets the possession.
Johannes! Her, Willoughby dealing with a left knee injury. She's not shy about shooting. Lorella Kubai is in, the rookie out of Georgia Tech, who was a tremendous defensive player. Her down by 6, trying to avoid being swept by Seattle. Already lost the first 2 games.
If Brianna Stewart's touching it, the ball is switching sides.
And she's always such a threat.
Her presence fell in New York. Ball reversal, rejects the screen, and before the big...
Johannes finding Dolson.
New York off of screening action. You got to close up if you're going to trap and bring 2. When you don't, Johannes...
And with hardly any time to shoot, Lloyd missed. Johannes on the leak out. She's got a couple of 3s today. Johannes, excuse me, taken up for lost time here in the 4th.
Lays down low. Utilizing your size advantage in this matchup will be key, as we talked at the top.
Here's the French national team members. Marine Johannes with a quick 4 for LA. Johannes heaves up the 3 and connects. Ionescu. Johannes got another 3. Marine Johannes, her 3rd triple. She's perfect from beyond the arc.
Ionescu hasn't met a shot she doesn't like. The setup there by Sabrina. Such a threat. Draws 2 defenders.
Liberty, the 6-point lead. Here's Brown curling in the lane. Lexi swatted from behind by Johannes and out of bounds. Johannes, another 3. That one rattles in. Marine Johannes now with her 5th triple of the night. She's got 15.
Whitcomb in the open court. Johannes, stop, pop, score.
Her in the starting lineup, so Sandy Brundello said that's great, having all 5 starters in double figures, but if we can get someone...
A poke away by Marine Johannes. Dangerfield getting Sophie in the open court. Johannes gets the steal. Season in New York. I mean, if you're at the Liberty practices, Sammy Whitcomb, Marine Johannes off one leg.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Pick the pockets, Marine Johannes in the open court.
Ionescu, 35 to play in the first half. Johannes behind the back. Dolson, she hits it.
Debt paid in full. Marine Johannes.
3 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. The Liberty. Let's Johannes off the window.
She can create her own shot, confident scoring the basketball. She's not just a shooter, Ionescu. A complete performance. And what's really positive,
as Johannes hits the jumper.
Anjou, tallest player in the W at 6'10". Now in the game, Howard, we mentioned she can take the 3 and knock down the 3.
Well, they have to, one, make sure they're preventing the Liberty from getting second chance opportunities, but 2, just paint it. And then Dolson, also with excellent vision. And you have to...
Against the Liberty, very low number for them. Another turnover there. Now the Liberty have numbers. Johannes running. Johannes, versatile scorer. That's a pretty release.
That's textbook form nonetheless.
Liberty, plenty of time to work with. Johannes, the crossover. Johannes, the attack at the rim and turns it into 2. Ionescu opts to push the pace. Johannes slithering in. Howard, the cutter, off the window and down.
Bush in this 4th quarter. They're getting to the basket ideas. Natasha Howard making...
Johannes finds Howard underneath for an easy two. What a dime from Marine Johannes. Courtney Vandersloot has been an incredible postseason performer as Johannes, no fear.
More ready to play than they were in game 2.
Johannes again! To this game 3 at Barclays.
Marine Johannes with her 11th start of the season, certainly making the most of it. As a player to bring the ball up against pressure.
Johannes, the rainbow, my goodness! It was almost no look.
The guards have come to play here in game 3.
So when they can get an open look, that's a good thing. What a pass. Johannes to Howard. Johannes got space, decided to dish it anyway. What a look. And Howard, Chicago, they've gotten a little sloppy here latter part of the second quarter. Johannes buries the three, plus the foul.
To make it into the playoffs, they were floundering a little bit, and then this young woman came in the game, and in the first quarter was...
Make it 6. Johannes finds the cutter. Allen lays it in. Johannes turns the corner and pizza pies it home. Tied at 81. Down 6. Laney finds the cutter. Johannes for 2.
16-point double-double performance on Tuesday, limited in that first half to 4 points.
Howard goes to the outside, inside.
This is the pass and the creation that you're talking about. Look, it looks like she's going to go up for the layup and just flicks it out, finds her teammate.
Shot clock winding down. Johannes, crafty pass to Howard, and she reverses it for the finish.
All night long, been the recipient of beautiful passes. That one might be the prettiest wraparound at the perfect.
Alicia Clark quickly up the floor to Johannes.